available for you as well. Here we are in this best of 3. Bottom right, Wisps of Gold. It is Heromarine, the biggest of Gabes. And in the top left, it is Reynor, the strongest Italian. Or is he? We will see in this series. Both players, of course, running that Italian blood. Gabe, the master of pizza. Reynor is the master of design, it feels like. His designer clothes. Very much emphasis on buying things. I mean, he has a lot of money to spend, so why not? Good for the economy. Heromarine going for a Rex opening here, it seems, into that gas, and then most likely the one Rex expand. And on the other side, well, hatchery gas pool is gonna be name of the game. Standard opening for both players here. Technical mid-tier attacks, something like that, is something I'm very interested about, because Heromarine, he's kind of known amongst the pro gamers as one of the most undiverse, strategically undiverse player. Just like the beast of macro. On the other side, I think Heromarine actually does have a ton of builds. Maybe he doesn't invent them himself, but he has a ton of builds, and he's actually really good at executing anything at this point. So I'm kind of holding my breath. I'm kind of expecting something, maybe something new from Heromarine here. But maybe he just goes into the same old standard. We'll see. It's still always a treat to watch him play. In this matchup specifically. Now first Reaper is gonna go across the map here. We do have a Marine follow-up behind that one. Factory is gonna get slammed down, and we should see the reactor coming down any second. There we go. Reaper, can he find that drone? No, quick morph there into a save. And the cancel. Third hatchery. Didn't scout it yet. Kind of interesting. He was kind of faking a scout there and waiting for that creep tumor, trying to get that one, but Reynor not falling for it. Even though he did slam down the creep tumor, he properly defended that one. Third CC setup here for Heromarine, of course, as there is no second gas, and the starport going down after this one. So Hellion Banshee opening with the 3cc, as the Terrans love it these days. Really, they love it, man. It's their new ice cream flavor of the year. Not of the month, of the year. Oh, Reaper almost dying there, going a little bit too aggressive on that creep tumor. And maybe a tiny positional mistake there by Reynor. Could have secured that kill, actually. Now starting to resaturate that gas. Getting the speed. And the third base. Nice. About to have, I think, 5 queens in a moment here, and those 2 pop. And it's Rockaroo happening here. Banshee. Couple of Hellions rotating in now, trying to get on the edge of creep here, but those tumors are actually quite far behind the front line of creep, so they're not that easy to kill. And there's a lot of room for the queens to kind of stand and safeguard. Overlord is gonna scout this, gonna confirm, hey, yeah, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Hellion Banshee 3cc. Oh, Roach? Wait. It finished. There it is. Roach Warren finishing up here. For a second I thought he might have cancelled that one. Of course not. Lets it finish. It's gonna probably play some kind of Ravager mix here in the close future. Not really shown what he really wants to commit to. Going into that lair. Could still go for a muted play, but that's where he kind of needs to start on at these geysers. Now he is actually adding evolution chambers, so yeah, that should be probably no airplane then. And he needs a few more gases if he wants to start on those upgrades. There we go. It's gonna throw down 2 more. A Ling Roach. Ling Roach Ravager. I mean, you can play Ling Ravager, kind of, but it doesn't feel like a good composition that transitions well into the late game. Now in this mid game, it's nice to have some Roaches, some Ravagers, keep you safe, but this is gonna be... Oh yeah, he cancels 1, and he is just gonna make the +1 missile. This could be a +1 missile push here by Reynor. We'll see what he does with this. He also can just bring this into a later game, but that's something I'm kind of... When I see this map is not that big actually. And when I see something like this, my alarm senses are tingling. But yeah, when I see the second one, I'm like, okay, I guess you're not, you know? But you should think about starting another base. There we go. Get that 4th base up and running. You don't want to lose your queens here. Banshee's not really finding anything. So far now, almost no damage has been dealt here to neither of those players. Kind of crazy game. Very, very respectful game. And now Reynor pushing... sorry, Heromarine here. The other Italian pushing out with a bunch of Marines, a tank, a couple of Medivacs, and he still has those guys. The armory is not done yet. I don't like this one. I always love it when the armory is done for this kind of timing. And he will engage before the armory will be done, so no Hellbats. Making this a little bit more flimsy. He's keeping the Hellions back though, so he wants them to be Hellbats. Wants them against a possible Ling flood. Of course we know this is the whole extent of the Ling force, so it's not that big actually. And he's actually pulling back those Hellions only. I really like that decision. He's dropping in the Marines, he pulled back the rest of the army, now he's gonna drop out again. Is he though? Yeah, he's gonna drop onto the low ground here. And Hellions are going in, trying to get a nice kill barbecue line here. See what they can make happen. A quick transfuse on one of those drones and most of the Hellions are dead. Now, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, you have a Reaper and a Marine standing here still. You can use those, but... I mean, think about this, right? He killed like 3 drones with those 8 Hellions? 6 Hellions? Do you want to keep them for this push with the 2 tanks? Or 3 tanks, sorry. As Hellbats? Or do you want to kill 3 drones at this stage of the game where your opponent is already sitting at 80? I let you guys decide. I know my answer for sure, but I'll let you guys decide. I mean, of course you have the potential to kill the whole mineral and blah blah whatnot, but it's highly unlikely against a player of a caliber from Reynor's caliber range. So yeah, I don't know. Can you please not die though, Reynor? You need something. He has Banes, but no Bane speed. We are on creep though, but target is the fire. And everything is just gonna die here. Man, things are floating quite long on this map. It's some low G's here on this planet. And now we're killing the Overlord farm. Heromarine is having a field day, man. A little bit of a missed timing here by Reynor apparently, and Gabe just gonna wreck face. Now Baneling speed did finish up, but the spread is already complete. The tanks are in a good position and the Banelings do run out. Do we have enough vials? Tanks are kind of stacked here. Can he hold? Can he make the impossible possible? 1 tank, but reinforcements are already at the 4th base. The meat grinder is happening elsewhere. That's what's happening. He doesn't even care for the base. He's just gonna push for the kill here. Kish for the pull. So we have a Viper throwing down a parasitic bomb here. I'm not sure how much that's gonna do, but apparently not too much. A few Banelings trying to flank here. Reynor really trying his damnedest, but Heromarine is just gonna wipe the floor with that nerd. Whoa! That was high-level execution there by Heromarine. Even though I didn't agree with all of his moves, he definitely made it work quite nicely. And let's go in the second one. Map is gonna be King's Cough. There you go. Take a moment. Okay. Go into the game. In the top left it is King's Cough's Heromarine, and in the bottom right it is sorry for King's Cough, but it's Reynor. King's Cough's Heromarine, yeah. That was a little bit of an interesting scout, eh? Not sure. Maybe just a tiny miss rally. Now Reynor is gonna go for the the anti-overlord super fast hatchery. The extracted trick hatchery. Basically the quickest hatch you can get. Is used to be one of the things to do in ZVP to try and avoid that block on your hatchery. Now with the hatchery being 25 minerals cheaper, you can just get an extremely fast hatchery, and I think that's what this is all about. Why this have kind of been coming back into style. Get the hatchery out as fast as possible. It's probably a new form of standard opening here for the Zerg race. Now, Reaper opening is still the form of the most efficient opening here for the Terran race. And going into that command center on sandy ground here, so you need to be a little bit careful. I hope the foundation is gonna hold. And there's no quicksand below this. Reaper is gonna go across the map. He is not gonna keep that one at home. He will reveal himself to that overlord. I think he saw the Reaper glance by there. And Reynor's just gonna take his third. He doesn't even have those links, I think. No, he doesn't even have those links. He doesn't even have them on the way. Just gonna say, like, I don't care about a big Gape Reaper. You make me laugh. My queen is about to pop. There it is. And he's gonna save this one into an extractor. That's a cheap cancel as well. Probably the cheapest you can get. Only minus 19. No, sorry, minus what? 8, right? Let's quickly look. Oh, minus 18. Oh, whatever. Now 3cc setup here again for Heromarine. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. What he's saying. So I'm kind of looking to see another 8 racks commitment here from our Terran player. Yeah, since that ghost change with the 3 HP, sorry, 3 supply on the ghosts, a lot of people have been preferring to just go to that heavy 8 racks pressure than going into that later game in this matchup as the Terran. Does Reynor have a better shot with Protoss maybe? Well, maybe, yeah. Gape definitely is someone who does not like to play against Protoss, but at least during the last year, most of the last year, he was one of the best TVP player in all of Europe. And that is something to say, because he's constantly clashing with people like Showtime and MaxPax, right? So I don't think Reynor has a good chance against Heromarine with Protoss, to be honest. Just because Heromarine is extremely strong against Protoss. It was his best matchup during the last year. I think he made it to the round of 4, right? Last year, Katowice? Not this year, but last year. I'm pretty sure he made round of 4 again. And the year before he also made it. But the last year he really made it off his TVP victories, it felt like. He was extremely strong in that matchup. I've talked about this, I think, yesterday. But if you are a off-race player, like Reynor, for example, or Clem, right, with Protoss now. What? No! It's not here! Put on your glasses! Big Gabe. It's not there. Okay, so I've talked about this yesterday. If you are an off-race player, you really need to think about who you want to utilize your off-race against. There are certain players where you never want to pull out play as your off-race. You will always want to play a main race match with that one. And someone who would probably be the player that excels in winning against any off-racing, in my opinion, would be Rogue. Because he is... Like, if you think of the word abusive, it's the first player that comes to mind who wins championships of that is Rogue. And if anyone knows how to abuse any race, it's gonna be him, right? So if you play a race where you're not as experienced in any tiny nucks and crux and, you know, tiny things, he will just smash you down so hard, and it won't be even close because he will just abuse the shit out of you. Now, I feel like Gabe is someone else, or like a different kind of beast, but he's also a little bit of an abusive player. Not like Rogue, but it feels like he just knows so much about his Terran against matchup, Terran versus matchups, that it's so difficult to really make something happen unless you're actually better with that race in this matchup against Heromarine specifically. I would not advise you to off-race against this man. But if you think about, like, for example, Solar, right? That's someone where you're like, oh yeah, he's kind of vulnerable. He sometimes falls to these off-race matches. He's someone who actually dies to those. They are definitely, like, it's more, I guess, it's more about the player you're up against if you want to off-race than yourself, your own skill with that race, I feel like, in the current meta of the game. Now, Heromarine has been rotating a lot here, and he's actually going mech. We haven't talked about this, but he has a big Hellion force, and he's about to get hit by a big bunch of roaches. No Ravagers though, so tanks are gonna be king, specifically with those Banshees. And yeah, this wasn't really scouted. The last scout was 111, but if you lose those tanks, man, it's still gonna be good for the Roach player. Now, so many Banshees. Queen's coming over, though. Do we have Cloak? Let's quickly check. Yes, we do. Speed Banshees, though. There's Overseers, but Heromarine not in position. Reynor's just gonna take the game, man. That was a fast one. Wow. 7 minutes and 30 seconds until that mech play got broken there. Kingscove is a map that lends itself to mech play. If you want to try it, that or Blackpink. No, not Blackpink. How's it called? Neo-Violent Square. There we go. Why is that? Kingscove is very compact. It is super compact, 5 base setup. You have a high ground of 3 bases basically, and you can cover a 4th from that high ground and kind of a 5th base. So if you want to have a super safe 5 base setup with siege tanks, Kingscove, it's your map. So the other one would be Neon Violet Square. Why is that? You have that kind of backdoor 3rd base-ish, which is not a full mineral base, but it has 2 geysers, it has 2 gases, so you can go extremely gas heavy on a very safe 1 entrance. You can get 6 gases. And you can kind of expand very nicely from there as the mech player. So those two maps are incredibly powerful for a mech style. If you ever want to try it, it's gonna be those. But I guess Reynor completely outsmarted Heromarine in that one and read him like a book, yeah. So let's hop into the last one and see who's gonna take the series between these two. In the top right of Amygdala, it is Heromarine, and in the bottom left, it is Reynor. Both players from Italy, one living in Germany, is German, half German, half... Oh, this drone, man! It's an Italian drone. He's having a siesta right now. I think that's what they do in Spanish, in Spain, but they have like something in Italy as well. Oh, finally fixing this one. I would have loved to see his face in his second, man. Now he says like, alright, F it, I'm gonna go for a pool. I'm gonna go 16 pool. I'm not sure if this was a plan all along, or if this is a decision after a snap decision after that drone not mining for basically half a minute or more. That's the difference. Not that big, is it? But that's the difference. It shouldn't be here, this thing. It shouldn't be here. It's just going into a very late expand. Pool first, then hatchery, then gas. This is such a wacky build. So it's basically you're aiming to get this SCV with these 6 lings, right? That's the goal. And then he still goes into a relatively fast gas. Relatively fast gas. Yeah, he's gonna saturate this with these reinforcing drones, I guess. No, he's just gonna go in now. 2 only? Yeah, 2 only on gas. So he's just gonna throw this out as trying to get a mediocre... It's like a middle of the road thing that's happening here right now. And this is kind of going according to plan. Even if this was not planned. He's even gonna skip this one. Split off 1. Yeah, he's gonna split off 2. And he's gonna get in the base. Heromarine needs to defend with SCVs. And he will get that SCV here on the bottom. Reapers across the map getting pushed back by that early queen, of course. And yeah, he's trying to snipe that marine here, but Heromarine is not gonna let his marine die. He's gonna keep Jimmy safe, but he's not working on that command center, and that's a big deal. He's just slamming down the third one. This might finish up faster than the one down here. We're not sure. We'll see. No, don't lose it! No! No! He needs a funeral. Reaper is back. Reaper is clearing out everything. SCV is on the job again here. So this will finish up faster, thank God, but it's almost the same time here. Terrible opening here for Heromarine. Terrible start. Losing an SCV, a marine, and basically half a minute of building time on this command center, something like that. That's a big blow. Now, is this enough though? Oh wait, Reynor doesn't give... He doesn't care. He just goes Roach Warren, 7 roaches, Ravager Rush. Yes! And then he goes into 4 more drones. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. He's doing crazy things. So he's not gonna be fast. He doesn't have a lair. He doesn't have creep. He does not have... Well, there's no scout though. That's the only thing. But he doesn't have a third base. Why is he making drones? Am I missing something? Hey, Shield Battery, good to see you. This is the last map though, unfortunately, and it might be ending very soon because Heromarine just scouts this 8 roach all in here by Reynor, and he's gonna get in. He's gonna see though drones. He's like, oh wait, you have a lot of drones actually. But he should just tighten up his defense. He's gonna make a bunker, I don't know. You just pull back on your high ground, I think, at this stage. Shouldn't even defend the low ground in my opinion. But yeah, the Reaper's coming in here, is gonna work on these drones. The Hellion was already dealt with there and the natural by these queens. Reaper needs to pull out as well. Yeah, just cancel the bunker, man. Go to the high ground. Cancel this depot. I'm not sure why you're building this in the first place. Cancel. Now raise the depots. The Banshee's about to pop. Well, basically just trying to buy time, I guess. One SCV was left behind there, unfortunately. Second one. And the depot is gonna be broken. Heromarine not quick on the repair. What is he doing? He's busy microing that Reaper, I think, on the other side of the map. Even losing losing health on that Banshee. Now he's pulling all the SCVs because he doesn't save that supply depot. Could have dropped even a supply drop to save that one earlier, because it does regen the health. Now, he does hold here. But man, that was unnecessarily messy in my opinion. He's gonna cancel that bunker. And he's gonna throw a few Hellions at his opponent, who is just keep on producing a few more roaches. Now, Reynor needs to kind of double expand, and he needs to go into a lair now, because this is happening on the other side. There is 3 CCs. He didn't kill enough SCVs to really make it work. He's gonna eat a little bit of damage now as well. So yeah, this does not look good for Reynor. There we go. At least we get the lair. We do not get the double expand. There's only one on the way currently, and he's making a bunch more drones. So trying to kind of get out of this rabbit hole here. He's gonna save this drone. That's a nice save. And he's gonna intercept the Reaper. Ah, shoot. I thought he would probably... No. I was kind of looking forward to see it fall down into this abyss, but I guess it didn't happen. Aliens weaker than roaches. Roaches stronger than halberds. Roaches are creep. I don't know. Does it make sense? But this has been one of the messiest games so far. And it's gonna transition into a nice and clean Atrax though from our Terran player in a moment. And then you're looking at that Zerg still on 3 bases. Not even saturated. Just pulling even worker count. Throwing down an evolution chamber just now. And we dropped apparently Zerg Gaming. Get that Russian streamer out of the way. I think Zerg TV is a Russian streamer, I'm not sure. Both Hellion and Halberd lose to roaches. I guess they do. Now the map is about to bleed out on these debris here. Can he intercept that? Oh, he can kill it. Oof. Not sure if there's actually dead airspace. I don't think there is. The Marines can reach. Now let's have a look at these Banshees. They're actually doing something impactful, killing some drones. And yeah, it was killed. You cannot, there's no dead airspace there. There you go, guys. Now you know. Maybe there's like one tiny position, but Reynor unable to find it. And if it's even there. Now he's going into a hive. So I like this. He's trying to jump the tech tree. Trying to play defensive on 3 bases, okay. My idea would have been try to jump the economic and try the production and try to play like 4 or 5 bases on Ling Bane, 1-1, and try to just smack the armies over and over. Now he could go for a gold base here, but it's gonna be exposed from behind, so he needs to open up these kind of rocks on these sides here. And Heromarine's first drop is about to hit. It has 1-1, it has stim. It's gonna have combat shields in probably 20 to 15 seconds. It's gonna be rough. Banshee's still alive. It's even gonna just drop into that natural base. Let's have a look at the defense. We do have 11 roaches, but they are out of position. Coming in now here. A few drones are falling though. And Heromarine is just gonna pick up. He sacrifices 2 Marines. That's a lot of damage on that medevac. That was a good position on that queen there. Unfortunately for our Terran player. Going into +1 damage here already on those tanks. Really wants to bolster that push. And yeah. As I said, it's coming in. And this is what I wanted to see. This wiggly thing. It's not piggly wiggly, but it's very disgustingly wiggly. The Infester. Fungal. Fungal is a great tool for comebacks. Fungal Baneling connections. Insanely powerful. Atrax is weak against Fungal. I love this sensor turret, by the way. It's a great addition to those defenses there on that 3rd base. And there we go. Oh boy, oh boy. But he does not have the follow-up. A Fungal is not enough. See, the Baneling's now just rolling in a little bit late to the party. At least he's gonna have +1 carapace for the big fight. I guess Heromarine, if I'm him, I might even just wait for 2-2 and +1 tank. But he doesn't have to. He can just go ahead and kill this base. He can just position here and frickin' kill this, because this is not open. This is not open. Heromarine is gonna be invincible behind that mineral block. He's gonna load up these medevacs and he's just gonna go into the main. Meanwhile, you can kill this base, Heromarine. You can kill it from behind. You don't have to open a potential flank. He's gonna drop into the main. Link's trying to defend, but not gonna be enough here. A big amount of army is coming back to deal with this, but meanwhile exposing the front line. Yeah, Reynor, what are you gonna do, man? One fungal? I don't think so. Not gonna be enough here. We need a bunch of units to try and push this back. Clearing these upgrades, cancelling +1 attack would be a big deal here. Those Banelings quite a bit weaker if they don't get it. An Ultralisk? No kindness plating. He died faster than... I don't know, man. The Baron gets hot in the brothel. Yeah, and this is how you kill a Zerg player if he tries to go for an all-in. GG is called. Heromarine is gonna take this serious. Wow. Amazing, man. Heromarine not gonna falter here. In the end, if you didn't see it, it was like 10,000 to 5,000 resources off. Disgusting. Disgusting.